This past week, I have not been producing videos because I tested positive for COVID-19 on Friday.
Tim Poole has returned. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today I want to talk about Mr. Timmy Turner, Timmy Poole, coming back alive and healthy after catching COVID-19. Now, Tim Poole released a video on his Timcast channel talking about how he got COVID-19. The title of this video is, I tested positive for COVID, faced hospitalization, if not for the kitchen sink prescription. And in the video, he discusses how he got special medication from a private doctor, including monoclonal antibodies and ivermectin. Now, there's a lot to be said about this. Many people, including myself, figured that they had had a COVID outbreak at his house, at his compound. This turned out to be the case. He said, oh my gosh, he said he was hallucinating, he couldn't sleep for 3 days, he wasn't eating food, and it wasn't until he got medical attention that he was able to recover, and that's what I want to talk about today. Not everyone is able to get the treatments they need, and people are dying because of it, folks. Now we're going to talk about this, but before we do, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for updates for future content. I want to give a special thanks to my sponsor, introducing the new book, Kleptonomics. Have you ever wondered why the government seems to steal your money? Why taxation is theft? Read the brand new book, Kleptonomics, Theft by Any Other Name. This book talks about how the government steals your money and arms you with the knowledge you need to make it and not fall for government scams. Get Kleptonomics the book by clicking the affiliate link down below. And we're back. So let's talk about Tim Poole. There's a few things I wanna respond to. Okay, first things first. I want to welcome Tim Poole back to YouTube. Things have been a little bit quiet without him. I'm genuinely glad that he's better. It's a good thing. But I want to talk about the inequality that a lot of us face. For example, Tim Poole was able to get top-notch treatment from a private doctor. He talks about how he called an emergency clinic and they refused to help him. They basically said, just stay home and get rest. Tim Poole says if he had not gone to the doctor, he may have died. He was hallucinating. I think it's very serious. And then after he got the medication, he was actually able to get better. But what about the people who can't afford a fancy private doctor? What about the people who aren't rich and famous, who don't have the connections? So Tim Poole also talks about how he talked to Joe Rogan, how Joe Rogan helped him out, and how he went to a private doctor to get some fancy medications, monoclonal antibodies, ivermectin, like a whole bunch of stuff. All sorts of stuff that I do not really understand. But what I do understand is that not everyone is able to get these treatments. So what are they supposed to do? Here in the comment section, people bring this up. Spencer Church says the following: I'm glad you are feeling better, and were able to find a doctor that was honest enough to give you the right treatment. It scares me to think about how many people might have not been able to find a doctor that was willing to do what yours did, and were just told to go home and sleep it off, and possibly end up dying because of it. Thanks to Democrats making COVID a political issue, there's doctors out there who refuse to prescribe monoclonal antibodies or ivermectin. I'm not recommending medication. I'm not a doctor. You need to talk to your doctor. But this just proves that there are people who have suffered. And I blame the media for this. I blame the politicians. I blame platforms like YouTube and Twitter for constantly meddling in what people are saying. Now, if I do have one criticism of this video, it's that Tim Poole constantly in this video says, well, I didn't want to take ivermectin. I didn't want the media to say, this guy took horse dewormer. Imagine caring more about the media, caring more about your reputation and image, than actually helping people get better. Because my first thought is, what about the viewers? What about the viewers? What if they get sick? Don't you want them to have access to the best information so that they could get better? Whatever their doctor prescribes? I just don't understand that mentality. For me, I care about the viewer. I want to give my viewers the best information possible. They are my people. I want them to be safe and healthy. So I will go out on a limb to tell them the truth, tell them what's going on, And if I took a certain medication and I got better because my doctor prescribed it, I would tell them. And I wouldn't downplay it. I wouldn't try to hide it. This is pretty much my only criticism. I know people like to hear me bash Tim and criticize Tim when he do something wrong, but mostly I'm making this video to criticize the system. to criticize the politicians. They don't want you to get better. It's all about the money. Why do you think they're pushing the vax and not treatments? Because if doctors treat people for COVID when they get sick and then they get better, then those companies don't make any money. And I think that's what this is really about. Now, there's people in the comment section saying that some people they know got sick, they got ivermectin, they got better, and other people got different treatments. But in general, some of these things seem to be helpful. Tim Poole said he couldn't breathe. He said that he felt like he had no breath. I imagine he may have ended up in the worst case scenario if he had not gotten lucky. You have people in the comments saying that their friends literally died because they couldn't get the kitchen sink, as it were. We have to invent all brand new words. We can't say this medication or that medication. Now we have to say the kitchen sink. We can't say F the president. We got to say, let's go, Brandon. These are very scary times, my friends. Now imagine all the people who've died because they could not get certain medications and certain treatments or were told to stay home. Here, a user named Beer and Smoke says, I hope Tim remembers that the vast majority of us have had to fight this alone with just vitamin supplements because doctors refused to treat us with what we got. Tens of thousands probably lost their lives, and I think there should be a reckoning for that in the future. Jenny0278 says, the individuals that died unnecessarily due to doctors not being able to treat them is one of the most appalling and disgusting things I have ever seen as a nurse. And it's all for big pharma profit and control. This is exactly what's happening, folks. Oh, if you're rich and famous, like a certain beanie-wearing commentator, you can get any treatment you want because guess what? You got a buddy, Joe Rogan, you got money, and you can go to your fancy private doctors and get treated by top-notch quality care. So it does annoy me a little bit when Tim is making a video and he's saying, well, I don't like the ivermectin. I didn't want to take it, but I took it because my doctor said so. I'm skeptical. I don't think it helps at all. It's like, first of all, this is what I can't stand about the left. They're always fudding, they're always spreading fear, doubt, and uncertainty over things they don't like, but when it comes down to it, they will get it if they need it. For example, for years, people like Tim Poole said that guns were bad. I don't want to own a gun. Guns hurt people. But the moment that somebody came to his house and knocked on his door, all of a sudden he was, oh my God, guys, some guy broke into my house, or came to my house or whatever and tried to get me. I'm gonna get a gun. Now he goes on a show LARPing as a gun expert as if he knows everything about guns now. It's just a complete and utter 180. This is what I don't like about leftists in general. They will never tell you what's in your best interest. It's all about what's in their best interest. So for some people, reputation and image matters more than actually telling people the truth and helping them. For me, again, the viewer comes first. Because I think a lot of people, when they become rich and famous, they forget who made them. Now, I am neither rich nor famous. I don't make that much money on this channel. Ever since I was demonetized, I'm making like 80% less. 70%, okay, I'll be fair, like 70% less than what I used to make. Now, hopefully that'll change. I'm trying to get this channel in compliance. I'm going back in my catalog, I'm deleting videos, I'm changing descriptions, I'm making updates to old stories, doing retractions. So YouTube, if you are listening to this video, if you're watching, monetize this channel because I'm doing everything in my power to comply, to update descriptions, to update titles, to remove certain videos, to make this channel compatible for the YouTube partnership program. So hopefully YouTube will do the right thing and monetize a minority creator. Just saying. I'm playing ball, I'm doing the right thing, I'm following TOS. This channel follows the guidelines. There's no reason to not be monetized, so hopefully that goes through. I'm not complaining. I'm super grateful to all the support everyone provides. I'm basically making minimum wage on YouTube right now, which is enough to keep doing it. I never asked for the world. I never wanted to be famous or rich. I'm neither of those things. I just don't see it. I know some people think that because you get a little bit of followers. Because for me, it was never about getting famous or making a load of money. No. For me, it's about you guys. I want to tell you guys the truth, and I will do anything to get you truthful information. But there you have it, folks. I wanted to talk about this because it's a travesty, because doctors are too afraid to prescribe treatments. It's disgusting. Now, I want to highlight another comment, because this commenter says a lot of what I feel. So here Amanda Jones says, the ivermectin alone has worked great for many people. The ivermectin/monoclonal bodies worked even better. Don't knock the ivermectin alone because it's helped so many people. Now, I cannot vet that comment. I don't know if that's accurate. I'm going to say you talk to your doctor and you find out what medications are right for you. Not a medical expert, and I'm not endorsing this comment or anything. I just want to read the reply. BCCCL says, I find his dismissive attitude to ivermectin extremely ungrateful. Now, I'm not endorsing this. I'm not saying that this medication works. You need to talk to your doctor and find out what's right for you. But I think that it's very arrogant and very dismissive to say that, well, I don't think this medication works. Tim, you are not a doctor. The doctor recommended a certain medication. The doctor knows what he's talking about, yet you're on your show fighting one of your treatments because, oh, the media. What about your viewers, Tim? Again, it's about the viewer. It's not about you. T says, this is the most honest I've ever seen Tim. There is humility in his eyes. And I have to say, I have to agree. For once, we got a Tim Poole video where I didn't feel like he was lying to me or framing things. I mean, at one point in the video, he says he doesn't like to seed ideas into people's heads. He basically does that on a daily basis, let's be honest. Just like he did with the some of those medications, I'm just saying. But there you have it, folks. I just wanted to rant about this. Welcome back, Tim Poole. You know, I used to think, man, I can't talk about anything because Tim Poole already talked about it all. But with his time away, I've come to realize he talks about a lot of the boring stuff that I just don't care to comment on, and it's a good thing. We need more voices in this space. We need more people telling the truth. And while I have my criticisms of Tim Poole, I am genuinely happy to see him back, to see him healthy, and that he got the ability he needed. I'm gonna read one more comment. L. Marty says, I think it's great that Tim got the treatment he needed, or at least the treatment that worked for him. He had the ability, the network, and the personal success that allowed him to get all those treatments. It's sad and enraging at the same time that not everybody is able to get those same treatments. There are those who are left to die because of politics or profits for pharmaceutical companies. Therein lies the rub. Zenthoid replies, my friend died exactly because of this. And that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. Let me know what you think about this video by commenting down below. As always, you can support the channel by joining me on Patreon or Subscribestar, as this channel is currently not monetized. It is supported by viewers like you. Joining will give you access to a private Discord server, Fight Club. Come shitpost with us. It's a lot of fun. It's a crazy place. I'm trying to moderate a little bit better. Come check it out. You can also check out my sponsor, Webull. Great sponsor. Start an account, deposit $5, and you'll get 2 free stocks. It's the bee's knees. Anyways, enjoy your day, folks. Enjoy your night, evening, morning, whatever time it may be. And I'll see you all next time. Hey guys, I'm Tim Poole. I'm from the south side of Chicago and I wear a beanie. You should give me funding so we can build a rocket ship to send Ian into space. Do you know I wear the beanie because it's cool and not because I'm going bald?